Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to JIGS TV. Happy to see you in the new year. In this week, there were New Year celebrations all over the world, but still some tournaments were played, some tournament games. On the international Go scene, there were games of the semi-finals, quarter-finals and semi-finals of the M-Lily Cup. This is one of the biggest international tournaments. And luckily, most of these games happen face-to-face. Why could they happen face-to-face? Because in the quarter-finals, there were 7 players from China. There was Ichiriki Ryo from Japan in the quarterfinal, but then all the other games were by Chinese players, and they were played face to face. This is the city where they were played. It is Rugao in Jiangsu province. Korean top players were eliminated in the previous rounds. Park Jung-hwan lost to Kedzie. Shin Jin-so lost to Ding Hao. Shin Jin-so lost in the second round. And by the way, in this edition of the M-Lily Cup, there was also Ilya Shikshin from Europe participating. And I think not only Ilya, if I'm not wrong, Artem was the second European professional. Anyway, Ilya managed to beat Yiling Tao in the first round, and Yiling Tao is one of the top Chinese professionals. And then Ilya got eliminated, so he got as far as Shin Jin-so in this tournament. But this happened already almost 1 year ago, and now there were the final games. So this is who playing whom. It is, if I am not mistaken, it is Fanting Yu playing Xieka in one of the semifinals, and this is the second semifinal where Miu Ting is playing. I don't remember the name of the opponent. Anyway, Miu Ting won the first edition of the M-Lily Cup, which happened in 2013. But since then, he didn't win any international title. Let's see if he can manage to reclaim the title of M-Lily Cup in the final. And for Xieka, it is the first time to be in the final of the international tournament. He is a very strong player, but he's the same age as Shin Jin-so, so it's difficult for him to really be the biggest star because of Shin Jin-so getting all the possible titles. But you see how tough is the competition between the top players. Here we have this big international tournaments, and in the final there is no Shin Jin-so, there is no Kedzie, even though they are considered to be the strongest players in the world. Still, there are many other players who are very similar level. And now there will be the final, Xieka versus Miu Ting, not decided yet when. And the final will be best of 5, and I guess also will be played face to face, as they are both Chinese. In the last week, there was an online competition sponsored by Korea, precisely by Korea Chess Federation. It is organized and sponsored by Korea Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, and by Korea Sports Promotion Foundation. So this is not only a Go competition, there are 4 competitions: Go, chess, puzzles, and mental arithmetic. And in the Go competition, there were many categories, like under 16, under 20, under 12, for, I don't know, some school graders of 5th grade, not sure exactly. And in each of these categories, participants from Korea won the first place. However, participants from Europe also managed to get good results. I know of Shukai Kirby and also of Siewa of Sienko, who won their semi-final games and played the Korean players in the finals. News from Asia. So here we have some summary of Japanese Go in 2020. This was a year of Ichiri Kiryo, who managed to beat in December. He managed to beat Yamayuta in the Judan title match, right? Am I, or did I forget? But also he has the most games played this year, 66, and the highest win rate. So he is really like on fire. Another record is held now by Chotoku Tetsushi, who won 14 games in a row. He is a 2-dan professional player, and he has this record of Nihon Ki-in and then Yoseki or Yujeng-chi, because he is the Taiwanese player, if I am not mistaken, and his Japanese version of his name is Yoseki. He is a professional player from Kansai Ki-in, and he has 22 wins in a row. And by the way, Yoseki also got good results in the Judan tournament, which is happening. Like there is a tournament for becoming a challenger of the title holder, and Yoseki reached the semi-final, and there he will play Murakawa Daisuke. If some of my viewers don't know exactly how it works, what is Nihon Ki-in, Kansai Ki-in, in Japan there are 2 Go organizations, not like in China or Korea where there is just one main organization which certifies professionals, and like in Europe and America, but in Japan there are 2. This is the building of Nihon Ki-in, and the news from Nihon Ki-in is that they decided that from the new year it will be prohibited for the players to get out of the building during their games, even for lunch or for dinner. In the building of Nihon Ki-in there will be a special room for taking a rest set up. So it will apply to the Tokyo headquarters of the Nihon Ki-in, which you can see here, and also Nagoya and Osaka branches. And these measures cannot be applied in Kansai Ki-in, at least so far they are not, because their building doesn't have enough space for players to rest. Korean Baduk League doesn't stop even for the new year, for the week with the New Year's Eve, and there were a few interesting games this week. First of all, there was a match where Chechol-han was playing Hoyong-ho. Chechol-han is a legend of Korean Go, and he is also the first one who managed to win 100 games in the Korean Baduk League. And now he was playing Hoyong-ho, and Hoyong-ho is a little less well-known player, but he is also very strong. He was playing in the final of Samsung Cup against Guli, where he lost 1-2. It was some years ago, and this time he played Chechol-han and beat him, and it was his 100th victory against Chechol-han. And because of this, I don't know, not anniversary, but this special occasion of 100 wins, and the players from his team had a cake and they celebrated. Another interesting game was Moon Min-jong versus Park Jung-hwan. Of course, everyone was thinking that Park Jung-hwan should win this game because he is number 2 in Korea. But Moon Min-jong is a new star, is a rookie. He is very young, and Korean players are really watching him because this year he won the Globis Cup, which is the competition for professionals, not only professionals, for players under 20. There are always also European participants in that competition, and also from America. I think last time it was Anton Ciernych playing from Europe. Anyway, Moon Min-jong played the Globis Cup, and in the final, I think he beat Sieka. And we already know that Sieka is super strong. He got so far in the Emily Cup. And this time, Moon Min-jung played Park Jung-hwan, number 2 in Korea, and he won the game pretty smoothly. So really amazing. And because of that win, his team won the match 3-2. So I believe they are all grateful. And let's wish good luck to Moon Min-jung in the next games, in the next stages of his Go career. For now, I wanted to talk about another Korean tournament, which is called National Baduk, Team Baduk League. This is not a so-called official tournament, but still the strongest players are participating, and there was a really interesting situation in the match between Shin Jin-so and Byung Sang-gil. So you can see on the lower side there is a group of white, and with the next move Shin Jin-so goes down, and this move kills the white group. Even if white tries to make eyes, white will have only one eye. So after white is dead, it seems the game is very bad for white. However, Byung Sang-gil had a plan. Can you imagine what is the plan? He goes with the ladder. He is chasing the ladder, but of course black doesn't die with this ladder because black can take the stone. However, now white kills black's upper group. So if white kills that group, it is big enough and white has a clear lead. But Shin Jin-so thought it's not over yet, peeped here and then played this shocking move. What is it doing? So let's see how the game went. Byung Sang-gil answered, connected his stones, and then Shin Jin-so crawled and found this move. And at this point, white resigned. So I guess many players would keep playing, but Byung Sang-gil already realized that black is alive. How is black alive? If white tries to take the eyes, then with this technique black can just live, independently of all the exchanges black made before. But white can go further with a monkey jump. Like this, it's harder for black to live, but black can still find this center move, and then connection at d19. And now the corner exchanges help black to live. You can see that all this shape of black is connected, and black has one eye on the side and the second eye in the corner. So this was really, really unexpected. How black found this Tesuji. However, apparently white could answer by playing this Atari, and then it would not be possible for black to live. Then that monkey jump would just work. So black couldn't live. But yeah, you can see amazing Tesujis in this game. I think you are as impressed as I am. The other event in Korea was a Rengo match sponsored by the Kisung Cup. So there was a match between Kim Chae-young, Kim Da-young. They were in one pair, and the other pair were Oh Jung-ga and Oh Yoo-jin. And the Kim pair is a pair of sisters who we already know because they were both medalists in this year's female Kisung, and Chae-jung was the winner. And this time they were playing the best friends Oh Jung-ga and Oh Yoo-jin, and the team of sisters won, and the best friends were the second. Okay, news from the world. On the New York Go channel, there is a new series of interesting Go videos called Best Moves in Go History. The first episode was released with the new year, and the guest of this series is Mok Jin-sok, a very strong player 9-dan professional from Korea and also a prominent Go teacher. In Europe, the professional online Go league is continuing to play, and Tanguy, this time he beat Andri, and he has 3-1, so he has 3 wins out of 5 games, and the last match he will play with Ilya Shikshin, and Ilya Shikshin is unbeaten so far. Ilya has 3 won matches and 0 lost. So let's see. This will be basically the final, Tanguy versus Ilya. Oh, but in fact there is also Pavol Lizy, also just with one defeat. So maybe still Pavol can be dangerous for both of them. And in the match of Ilya and Artem, there was an interesting happening. Ilya's time was up in the first game, and Ilya said it was a lag, and then Artem just offered Ilya to continue the game. So they continued, and in the end Ilya won by half a point. So congratulations to Ilya for winning the next match, and congratulations to Artem for the fair play and good manners. A very important European tournament called European Grand Prix Final is starting on Saturday. On Friday there will be drawing to the groups. There will be 4 groups, 4 players each, and then the finals, knockout. What is the European Grand Prix Final? There are certain tournaments in Europe which have a bit bigger prize money, and they have always a professional player to comment the games invited. And by playing these tournaments, if you get into the top 5 or top 3, you can collect points, and players who collected points, enough points, the top 16, participate in the Grand Prix final. And this is the final of the 2020 Grand Prix. Unfortunately, last year the Grand Prix was not as it was meant to be, because not all of the tournaments could happen. In fact, not even half of the tournaments happened, but still there were some tournaments. Also, Corona Cup, the online tournament, was counted to the European Grand Prix. So now we have 16 players, and I am also there. So I wonder which group I will be in. I will know in a few days. That's it. Let's hope for many interesting games, and also next week there will be a next round of the Pandanet European Team Go Championship. So many games of the top European players to be awaited. Now we can have an interview, and this interview is about the winter camp of JIGS, of Jena International Go School. Let's listen to 2 participants of the camp, Annika and Ole Villa.
Hello everybody! The last 2 weeks we had a huge camp, an intensive camp here at JIGS. And in front of me there are 2 people. Probably you don't know them. They were participants, and they did really a great job and improved so much. So therefore I would like to interview both of them. And maybe we can start with something like, who are you actually? How old are you? And how strong are you?
Ich heiße Ole, bin 7 Jahre und bin FQ.
And I'm Annika, and I'm around 5Q.
And how a typical day looked like?
Mit Zumiko, mit Lesson, mit Spielen und mit Review.
Yes, and usually we started at 9 o'clock, and we had league games and reviews of these league games. They were all too short, so we only had 20 minutes and Biroyomi, which started too early. But I think it was a good thing, because we could play several games a day and get several reviews, so that was not bad. And in the evening there were simultaneous games or pair go, so there was all the time something new and different.
And which teachers did you see?
Lukas Kremer, Ferdinand, Roman und Manja.
And we had more English-speaking...
Und Marian.
Oh yeah. English-speaking teachers like Stanislav, Yongsam, Dusan, Andri, Lukas Potpira. I hope I have not forgotten someone.
So that means you had the strongest players in Europe actually teaching you. And among the teachers, of course, there was also Yongsam Kim. That means you had 12 hours Go lessons with some break-ins in between each day. So what did you like best?
Die Spiele und die Unterrichte.
Yes, for me it was the reviews for my own games and the teaching. It was really, really nice to get.
Yeah, cool. And what is your next plan about Go?
Den Endpolionau, das Turnier.
Yes, we will play in the Endpolionau tournament. So we will continue playing Go, of course. It was online. We have not mentioned it yet. That was really something special.
Yeah.
First of all, because it's online, of course, a lot of things are missing. You're not meeting the people you have the course with in like for coffee breaks, and sometimes they don't have a camera, so you don't even know how they look like. But for us, it was a possibility to take part in the course. So if there had been a children's course and a week later an adult course, our family could not have taken part. And of course, in these times, we couldn't have made the journey. So it was really, really nice to have this opportunity. And I would like to say thank you for this, because we had a really great Christmas break with this course. It was, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you very much. And actually for me, it was also very special today, because it was the first time that I had an interview with Mama and Son. So thank you as well, also giving us insights of the camp which just happened. And good luck, get stronger, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ole and Anika. For me, it was also a very nice experience to be one of the teachers on that camp. And Ole also mentioned the Endpolionau tournament, which starts in less than 2 weeks. Until 15th of January you can register, and then on the 16th there is the first pairing announced. There will be 5 rounds, each round about 10 days to play. And another announcement, that also in 2 weeks there will be beginner courses by Jena International Go School starting, and they will be held for 8 weeks. So also, if you're interested, then just write us and register, and let's meet again. Let's study Go, even in these times when we need to do it online. We cannot do it face to face. In the Tsumego competition, already last week there was a new winner. So I forgot to mention it last week, because Jan Opawski was the first one in the double-digit Q category, and last week Daniel Dobridorianu also collected 75 points, so he gets a prize, and now he starts collecting points from the start, from 0. I think the second problem in the single-digit Q category was especially interesting. Here you can see the correct solution, and if your solution was different, then please take a look and try to think why was it not correct, because in fact only this move at 1 works. All the other moves are wrong. And then in the done competition we have Philip, new participant, collecting points. He solved all the problems this time, and let's see how it goes next week. Here are the problems, so good luck. You can of course always find them on the website of Jena International Go School, and then just fill the SDF and send them. And for the end of this week's stream, we have the Go piece of the week, provided by the Go and Math Academy in Chicago. You can see this strange board, which is kind of rotated. Why is it a Go piece of this week? Why is this a photo called Happy a Whole Year? So please count the intersections on this board. Maybe it looks very difficult. How to count them? There is a smart method. So once you manage to count the number of intersections, you can post your answer on Facebook where it is published. I don't know. I think this picture was on an international Go players group on Facebook, but it should also be on the Facebook page of that Go and Math Academy in Chicago. That's it for this week. As always, we encourage you to help us, to send us info about any stuff you are organizing, or send us nice pictures so that we can have nice pictures of the week. And just please come to us to support us, to provide us with news. And see you next time on Monday at 8:30 as always. Bye bye!